We. Boom. Hello, and welcome to We Saw. When I stopped watching, this is the first of probably what will sadly be a series of videos, which is designed to support the idea that many modern content providers, people who make TV, people who make movies, have stopped bothering to craft a world, have stopped bothering to invite people into the world that they have crafted. They seem to just assume that people will be excited to dive into whatever world that they've created without them having to do anything to build that world or invite you into it. And I find it drives me absolutely crazy. This drives me absolutely crazy. So if I catch somebody doing it, I'm just going to stop watching, and then I'm going to tell you why. Here we go. So we're starting off with the title sequence. We've got Earth in the future. That's working for me. They're aware of global warming, dramatic changes. This seems interesting. I'm with them so far. Oh, Statue of Liberty. I'm really digging this because now we've got this whole clock-looking thing happening. Like, here's the future, and time is passing by, and then the sun going overhead makes the Statue of Liberty into a sundial. Like, here we go, global warming moving into the future. And I'm with it so far. I really dig this. Colonies on Mars, right? And I love the way the spaceships sort of whiz past, but they whiz past in a perfectly straight line, suggesting that this maybe started out as like a fantasy, maybe some sort of like 1950s era propaganda where everything looks nice and clean. Okay, I get that. I'm with them so far. Now then, now we've got this. Now everything has moved into 3 dimensions. I get that too. I like that too. What started off looking simple, let's explore space, has actually become much more complicated. All right. Oh, and hey, this is dramatic. The planets are now aligning. Something big is going to happen. So the credit sequence, great. Okay, now we've got some titles here. This doesn't seem so bad because Star Wars began this way. Blade Runner began this way, right? Lots of sci-fi greats begin this way. And now we're establishing the world. This is a solar system-wide world. There's lots of stresses in this world. Again, I'm still with it because I love these guys and these guys. This is a world in which people can tell great stories. Okay, I'm sold. Okay, so how are they going to open the... Okay, who's this? All right, okay. Wow, okay. So now I'm watching a woman trapped in a... Okay, she's being tortured. She's suffering in this room. This is torture. She's suffering, and who is she? Do I care? Do I not care? What's the situation? I don't know. They just, boom, woman being tortured. All right. Good start, show. Oh, okay. And it turns out I watched all of that for no reason, because at any point she could have just escaped. So not only did I not know who she was, turns out she could have opened the hatch apparently whenever she wanted to, just by banging on it. So, yep. Oh, now we have a scary spacesuit, except it's not scary because everything in this scene is pitch black. And what is there an empty spacesuit? Is that a corpse in there? This gives me no information about what's going on. And, and her shirt says something, but again, I can't read it. It's too dark. Okay, so whatever her situation is, here's another bit of information. It's not that desperate, even though she's in space, because she has enough air to run her cutting torch and to leave it burning for no reason into the next scene where we see this hideous... All right, now I'm watching someone get sucked painfully into some sort of energy ball. Again, more suffering, completely out of context. I don't know why I saw any of that. It tells me nothing about the universe I'm in. It's just awful. Oh, okay. Now we've got, again, kind of a Blade Runner, kind of an AI, right? Dark, seedy underworld. Hard-boiled detective. Okay, maybe this is a hard-boiled detective story. And look, the hard-boiled detective has a plucky but ingenuous sidekick. Maybe he'll be our protagonist. So far I've only been talking about images, but with this scene, we really need to stop and listen to the dialogue because it is absolutely indicative of the problem that I'm talking about. Here we go.
Just tell me what happened. Take your time.
Tente deshlik buja. Aja imbobo tadeshu beach. Imaloda tando meku und tando sheteche.
So the bommy, not the video, but out of the other.
What are these people talking about? There are no subtitles here. They're speaking a language I don't understand. I'm not entirely opposed to that. You know, it works with Chewbacca. It works with Firefly. Okay, but a lot of information seems to be changing hands here, and I have no idea what.
Got an arm, yeah.
Got an arm, yeah.
Okay, now they're speaking English, but... Okay, now what did he say? I have no idea what that arm thing means. Oh, no, okay, he's going to explain it to his sidekick.
What you mean, forgotten arm? Thing you never see coming. Don't start.
Okay, no, I still have no idea what it means. I watched this 4 times to try to understand what he said, and I have no idea what he said. Okay, so that scene also means nothing. I have no idea what these people are, what their deal is, what they discovered about the situation or about the world. No clue. Okay, now as soon as I see a big industrial piece of machinery like this with happy music playing over it, my brain immediately goes, oh, something terrible is going to happen. It just does. So whatever they're going for here, it's really painfully obvious. Okay, now in 2 lines of dialogue, I guess I'm supposed to like these guys. And care. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So not only did something terrible happen, but the happy music kept playing the whole time it was happening. Not in a, Good Morning Vietnam, something terrible's happening while we play What a Wonderful World kind of way, but just in a, I don't know what I'm supposed to make of this kind of way, because they did no backstory for these people. They did no world building for these people. They are not telling me at all. Okay, now we're looking... Oh my. Okay, now we're looking at these 2 people. I don't know who they are, but they're having sex now. Oh, great, and there's an ass. Okay, lovely. At this point, I stopped watching, because if you show me a bunch of sex and a bunch of violence and a bunch of torture for no reason, then what I'm looking at is not a TV show. It's not a story. It's pornography, plain and simple. You are trying to provoke a visceral, emotional, physical response completely out of any sort of dramatic context. And that's pornography. So that's when I stopped watching. And this is hopefully now when you're going to stop watching this video. So I hope there's no next time. But if there is, I'll see you then.